Yeah, I'm talking about my version of why I hate school but love education. Why do I hate school? School is the best place someone can actually be to get education or to get educated. But why I hate school, and it's an irony, and I still love education. People will be like, oh, this guy is really mad. But that's not the fact. The issue is that we tend to like blend into this idea of going to school, and a lot of people have been there like since 1996, 2000. I knew someone that graduated in 2000, and still he has no job. Why? Sometimes it's not actually that the person don't even know what he's doing. It's actually the kind of curriculum we'll find ourselves into. You go to school and you do what somebody that um, is outdated is actually handling that course. That person is, the person don't even know where and how things are currently running in the society. The person is just believing to follow a rule. You are being misled. You do a course, for instance, you are doing computer science. In some universities in Nigeria, it's awful. Some people go to school, they thank God. I just got admission and it's computer science. And you know what happened? He starts school. Year one, he enters the hustle of trying to make a grade, to get A, to get B, because that's what they believe to be the milestone. That's what they believe to be the thing you need actually when you graduate. People forget about knowing the real thing. And it's very unfortunate because some of us, when we go there, we are already inside the rat race, because believing that if you don't get this grade, like 2-1, first class, third class, manageably, then there's no job for you. Then they forget to learn the real thing that they came there to do. Actually, sometimes the lecturer don't even know what to do or to teach. So that becomes a problem. And when we graduate, our job becomes searching jobs or job.searching. So my concern is that how can we, not the government now, we that is going to school, we that are young people, youths, we have people going to school and we have younger ones. And sometimes we ourselves are still on the queue. Maybe do masters, still get some other degrees and all that. Going back to computer science, why you do all those things and not really focusing on your course. You will agree with me with some people that did computer science cannot handle Microsoft Word perfectly. Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, they cannot do a normal presentation with their laptop or even tablet, let alone writing the Hello World program. It's a tragedy. In some school that believe that are more professional, and it's a school that has a tag, a name. You end up just doing your normal maths that will never materialize to any solution solving or solvable program tomorrow. You end up just doing tricks, doing tutorials, doing calculus and all that. So in your 300 to 400 level about graduation, you are introduced to programming language like Java. But in the real world, you can't learn Java in 4 years. Only single programming language. To be a perfect person in it, to use it to better your life, solve problems, in your life, you can't really achieve that. So that's why I hate school but love education. I believe in just getting educated. I believe in like knowing the maths. I believe like knowing English. Knowing biology to know to some extent that you can actually know, oh man, if I'm having this kind of issue in my body, I should know that this is what actually is causing it. That's education. You tend to read books that is outside that focused enclosure of this is what I'm studying. Get educated and get out of the shell, the comfort zone, if you actually want to make it, if you actually want to get out of the syndrome, the canker worm that have actually eaten deep down into the marrows of our youth. A lot of people have graduated. Check it, every year universities roll out at least 2,000 graduates all over Nigeria. We'll have more than 30. Okay, we'll have 36 states, and I believe at least 2 universities and polytechnics and colleges are found in each of the states. Then sum it up and tell me how many people that roll out every year. Approximately millions of people. And then calculate since 1999 how many industries that can employ at least 1,000 people every year. There is none. So that's why we have to wake up, learn a trade. I mean a trade. I don't mean for you to go into the market and start maybe selling. It's not actually bad, but what I'm actually talking about is get a skill. You know, if you're not a doctor, I bet you, or a lawyer, and it's not actually guaranteed that you will make it in that course, but it's okay. But that's just the only true professional course that you need focus. You need intensive kind of learning to get to where you're going. So my advice is like you get to know the real thing that you're actually in school to do. Get educated. Don't recycle information that people wrote for years. They will never be useful to you. You graduate, all those things are just a mess. So why not have a U-turn? I'm going to talk a lot about this issue, but I'm going to stop here for now because there's a lot of things that it has already gone wrong already, and we need to just get it fixed. But first of all, you need to understand whether it's wrong or not, because if you don't accept it's wrong, then there's still a lot of people that want to get admission, which is marvelous, the best thing that can happen to anyone. But immediately in the first year they get confused. It's a problem.